everyone, my name is Putty. I'm also known as Matsudiro Gaming, and coming at you with the fourth take of my Red Dead Redemption finale, Undead Nightmare finale. Today we are going, in the break, I guess, I saved this town from its nastiest of curators, its purists, its faggotries, and today we're going to go tell that crazy old nun that her town is saved. That was a kind of slowish intro. I don't want to really take things fast. It's quite late at night. I'd like to pronunciate, make sure you know what I'm saying. I tend to talk extremely fast and just slur over my words, and I believe that it's not something that I should be doing. Today I hit 50 subscribers. I'm very happy about that, and I would like to wish you all a happy 50 sub day. No, I'm kidding. This is probably going up about a week after I hit 50 subscribers, so ignore that information. Oh, Scene. I can't talk to you any longer. Damn you, Scene.
I've done as you asked.
Bless you. But it's not sister. It's Mother Superior. Mother Superior Calderon. Our bishop was a stickler for regulations. Until he got sick last week and ate half of the cathedral choir boys.
I'm sorry.
I only mention it because my girls are laughing at you calling me sister.
What do you think is causing all this?
Déjame ver. Mexico is an old country. Many faiths have lived and died here. Many evil spirits have flourished. I have no idea what is afflicting the people here. But I know it is a sickness of the soul. Something supernatural, maybe. Certainly nothing rational. Perhaps if you were to get me alive one of these creatures, we could try a couple of experiments.
Certainly.
Get me a new one. One who was recently human. I want to work with a subject who has only recently turned.
I'll see what I can find for you.
Gracias, señor. Shh, cállense. No puedo creer cómo se portan.
We cannot. What? I can't really translate. I think if they're talking Mexican. No, Mexican is not a language, idiot. I don't think it is. Well, I know a bit of Spanish. I know that she said no puedo, which means we cannot, and que means what. So I couldn't translate the rest in time though. But enough of that. I've just noticed that it is nighttime, and unless I'm mistaken, this is the first time I've ever noticed it's nighttime in this entire Let's Play. So, if I'm not mistaken, I think this entire storyline has taken place throughout the course of one day. That's pretty cool. But moving on, she asked us to bring her an undead, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. It has to be a normal one, which is kind of a problem. Hopefully we can find one quickly, because first time I tried to do this it took me ages, second time it took me like 5 seconds, because there was one out here. Damn it, it's raining. Maybe that's why I thought it was nighttime. There, over there, I think. I'm targeting something. I don't know what that was. I think it might have been a dog. Ooh, nuke-tastic, I love that guy. I met him when we were playing with a bunch of scrubby dubbies in Ascension. What are you doing? Stupid puppies. A survivor in Black Water is that. Screw you. I don't care. I ain't going back to. I don't think I'm ever going back to America. Yes, I am. I've actually got to go back to Blackwater at some point in the storyline. Do we have to? Yeah, damn it. I'm thinking about the storyline here. We do have to, because this is like my fourth take, we still have to clear Sepulchro. Sepulchro? What is it? What's it called? So, well, there's a graveyard somewhere that's called SUL something. And then we gotta do Lantern Ricketts quest. And then we just gotta finish the game. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, probably you can tell by the length of the video, this is the finale, and yes, this is probably somewhere in between a 45-minute and 1.5 hour long video. And that's obviously a bad thing to some people, a good thing to others. I have some special things planned. Hopefully this take doesn't screw up on me. Before I take it in, actually, no, never mind. I was about to say I'm going to check to see if my volume is working. But, yeah, I'm just going to turn this in. And I'll be back in a minute. Hey, come back here from me. Right. Let's hope to God this is normal Undead. Yeah.
Mother Superior, I think I have a test case for you.
Senor Marston, you're a true pilgrim.
That I ain't.
Now let's see. Well, it certainly isn't the flu. Their eyes are so devoid of love, of anything. Oh, lively one I see. Here.
What is that?
Holy water. I think we may have something.
It seems to be working.
Maybe. Maybe not.
But it seems as if you were nearly saved.
Spiritual infections are confusing things, Senor Marston. None of us can hope to understand them properly.
But he came back for a minute.
I bless the water, but perhaps my faith is not that strong. I have to do more thinking, but I need time. Every day, more of my people fall as the dead rise in sepulchro.
Then perhaps it's time I put them to rest.
Take the holy water. Maybe it will be a calming balm for the restless departed.
Thank you.
No, thank you. You are a blessing in an unusual form.
Oh, there you go. Sepulchral. I knew how to say that before. I swear to you. Oh. I'm actually feeling a kind of ill, but in a good way. That doesn't make sense. Let's head to Sepulchre. Ah, screw it. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I've kind of been in the mood to do some philosophical commentaries over the past few days, and the only thing that stopped me is I don't really have anything to go behind it, rather than like a blank screen or a bunch of pictures. And I kind of went to record some Fallout New Vegas because I thought that might be a good, because that's what I used to do my last philosophical commentary, which was my poorly put together ageism rant. And I was going through Dead Money again, so I didn't record any of it. I was just checking to see if it was record worthy, and I don't think it is. The only reason I don't think it is, it's not worthy, but I don't think it'd work, is because there's a lot of talking in that game. The reason why the first one, I guess not many people actually saw that video, so I'm sure that it didn't work well would be the wrong thing to say, because not many people watched it and they didn't give me much feedback. But for my purposes, for the fact that how easy it was for me to do the commentary, it was very, very good. So the first one, the reason why it was so easy for me to record the commentary over it, is because it was just me wandering through the vault and killing things, so there wasn't much sound to it. I actually muted the video because ghouls dying isn't the most pleasant sound you want to hear. I've actually been quite stuck when it comes to choosing my next Let's Play, because I actually plan on making this channel a full, Let's Play only channel, just because I personally have more fun doing Let's Plays than I do doing normal commentaries. However, every time a new Call of Duty or good first-person shooter comes out, I will obviously be doing a shit ton of that. Obviously, I'm going to continue Black Ops because I just love that game so much. It's annoying as all hell. It's probably one of the most annoying games I've ever played, but it is, fun on the other side. Every Call of Duty is like that. It's just so freaking annoying, but it's terribly addictive and fun as hell. But honestly, there's been, you know, I thought until this weekend, I guess, that I preferred some other Call of Duties, and you know, there's some people who said that they prefer the old Call of Duties, and there's only really been only two of the other Call of Duties have ever come close to the fun and balance that Black Ops has given me, and the first one is World at War, and I still consider World at War to be the best Call of Duty of all time, but not now, because now the servers are dead, and there's nobody on there except for MP40 Juggernaut, Russias and Search and shit. But you know, I don't mind the MP40. It's like the noob tube, I guess. It was annoying, but it wasn't used that. It was used, but it wasn't used that much. But now that the game, you know, now that there's not many people on there, there's shit tons of noob tubers, because that's the only way to have fun now. Just because there's nothing, the servers are dead. And I don't do it myself, but I think that's a, you know, something I've used from someone who, you know, plays Modern Warfare 2 still. And any of the Call of Duties except maybe Modern Warfare 2, if you go back now, the servers are dead. I don't want to kill any zombies until I've killed the boss. There you are. Yeah. I just feel like that's a bit more epic. Shit. Run. There we go. Yeah, and I just think, yeah, going back, the servers are dead. You know, there's no way you can actually really play any of the old Call of Duties. But thinking back to when I was playing the old Call of Duties in their prime, COD 4, when I played that for a good round. I got into COD 4 a bit late actually, because I didn't have an Xbox 360. I actually never had an Xbox 360 through COD 4's whole duration, or the beginning of World at War. I kind of got an Xbox right at the end of World at War's lifespan. I got it about a few months before Modern Warfare 2 started. But I was an avid COD player, because my cousin, let me just tell you the story, a long time ago I'm talking about here, this was like ages ago, no, it wasn't ages ago, what am I talking about? I just went down my cousin's almost every day. He lived a bit closer to me than he does now, I guess. Yeah, he lives a bit closer to me than he does now. I mean, by the way, just talking about the gameplay a little bit, this is live commentary, not post commentary, so we are heading down to Lantern Ricketts, so just check the waypoint if you need to. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, right, I used to go with my cousins like every day, and he had 2 Xbox remotes. I set up an account, so we'd like swap accounts and play a game each, and it'd be something like that. And then eventually, because I have 2 cousins who live in this, they're like brothers, but they're both my cousins. But that's obvious to understand, because you know, my auntie had 2 sons, and eventually my second cousin got an Xbox as well. And what ended up happening is he didn't like the Xbox, and so when I went down there a lot, we play a lot of System Link. Not System Link, I forgot what it's called now. Yeah, System Link, where we both play on the same connection, and we could still go online. I don't know how that happened, because I don't think it really has the capacity to, but it was really fun, and I'll tell you after this scene what I thought of COD 4 during that time. So, check the scene. So this is a very COD based video, even though this is Red Dead, but that's all I really have to talk about right now. Ooh, zombie hooker, very attractive. Oh, by the way, there's a porn star on Painkiller already tonight. I can't wait to watch that. That'll be funny. Didn't they have a boxer on last week? No, that was the week before. No, it wasn't a boxer, it was MMA. Oh crap. Been looking for me for that. And the week after that, they had a guy from that guy with the Glassy.com, which is awesome. Sorry.
Do you think I like shooting women? You filthy whoremongering wretch.
Gracias, señora, que estaba viendo a mi tía que está media desculpada.
Yeah, get out of here. Go on. Go on, get.
Ándale, gracias.
Hello, Mr. Ricketts.
Hello, John. I see you're enjoying another vacation in our little resort.
Something like that.
Well, we got sunshine, sand, and a plague that makes people eat each other. Come to think of it, it must feel just like America to you.
What is going on? I thought things were calmer in Mexico.
This is calm. What's a little light cannibalism among friends? Excuse me. So, how have you been?
Good. Well, apart from my wife and son being tied up and trying to rip my soul clean out of my body, and the entire Earth turning into hell.
Good. Real good. You know, John, I've lived a long life. I've seen this land when it was just wilderness and scrub. I've seen missionaries nailed to crosses by shaman and burn into just the cinders of their misguided devotion. I've seen slaves get set free and return to a bondage even more confusing than the one they left behind. I've seen diseases wipe out entire communities in a weekend. I've seen bad men make their own Valhalla out in the bush, with harems of maidens and the hunting of men as a sport. I've seen men struggle with principles and morals and the very meaning of existence. I've killed all that can be killed. But I've never, in all my natural-born days, seen anything quite like this.
Nor me, sir.
Now, if we could only get something that would attract these blighters, we could kill them faster and maybe return this land to its natural state.
Some kind of bait?
Exactly.
I think I might know how.
And more dynamite. I'm running pretty low.
Let me see what I can do.
Thank you, John. And take care.
Oh, 360 no scope. Okay. Alright. So yeah, right. Yeah, we play a lot on Xboxes. Not all the time actually, because like for the majority of COD 4, not for the most of World at War though, because that was about the time they stopped playing it. But for the majority of COD 4, my second cousin, he didn't play a shit ton of Xbox, so I would usually play on my second cousin's Xbox. Oh crap, that was redundant as all hell. But I gotta get to my safe house. So that's how I would play COD 4. And my opinions on COD 4 at the time were, you know, it was amazing. It was my let me think. Yeah, I think so. It was my first person shooter, and that was honestly so I don't know how to say, so eye-opening to see the world that was there, the community that was there, because that was such a massive part of the community. I think it is the biggest community on perhaps any game system, and I have never seen it before. And of course there had its extreme downsides. There are some extremely terrible people on Call of Duty in general. Well, not terrible, but there are extremely immature people in Call of Duty in general, and that it definitely shone a light shone a light on the community as a whole in first-person shooters, and it showed definitely, I think, showed me exactly my future basically, and I planned from there on to play nothing but majority of my games would definitely be first-person shooters from that point onwards, just because I loved them so. I loved COD 4. COD 4 was my first experience and I loved it. It's probably the biggest Call of Duty, because it was the first. It was probably the first massive first-person shooter created. Sorry, bit of a burp there. Yeah, it was the first absolutely massive first-person shooter. It definitely, it created a community. It created a community that would. Every game since Call of Duty 4 has been compared to Call of Duty 4, or at least part of the Call of Duty series, and it definitely was a really great experience. And in its prime, Call of Duty 4 was, honestly, looking back, from the balance side, it was terrible. if you don't, team deathmatch, alright? If you don't run into an M16 or MP5, you'll get noob tube or sniped. And this isn't a common opinion, but I think snipers are really annoying personally. So just disregard that if you don't think so. But definitely, it was pretty bad when it comes to balance side. But from fun side, it was really fun, and it was really fun to learn new things, to unlock things. My first gold gun, when I got my golden AK, it just felt, it was really, because there was no internet for me. There was no computers. I'd have one computer and I had Microsoft Word and I played around with that a little bit. But other than that, and because I want to talk a little bit, I'm going to travel to Las Humatas. Is it? That's where you're supposed to go, Casa Madruga. But I'm going to travel to Las Humans, which is where Mother Superior is, so I can have a long journey to continue talking. It was so much discovery, and like I said, there was no internet for me. The first time I ever got a computer, I had Microsoft Word, I had Microsoft Excel. I don't know what else did I have. Basically, there was no, there was no internet. Maybe there was a little bit of internet, but I used it to look at Wikipedia mostly. And I never knew that there was anything like this, and it was so discovery, and it was really, really cool to learn everything. It was fun, but it wasn't the best time I've ever had in my life in a video game. So then World at War. Okay, let's start now. At the start of World at War, like really the start, I still had most of the control over my second cousin's Xbox. And the start of World at War was the best time in my life on a video game ever, and it was probably because I had never cared at that point. I didn't care about my kill death ratio at all, and I don't care about it now. But it's certainly, I look at it as an indication of how well I'm doing. I don't really care about it, but if it's going low, I know I'm doing something wrong. While back there, I didn't even look at it. I probably didn't even know it existed. And it was fun as all hell. You know, there was no overpowered guns. You used the guns that looked cool. Oh, where am I going? In the exact wrong direction. Yeah, there was no overpowered guns. You used the guns that looked cool. If you had a machine gun, you were a beast, and if you had a submachine gun, you basically, we just put out challenges for each other, me and my cousin. We never used submachine guns because we thought they were just for the elites, I guess. I think that's what we called them. That was stupid as all hell, but yeah, that's what we said. And we always used to use machine guns because they looked cool. You know, the light machine guns. I think they were just called machine guns in World War. And we used the rifles. God, I went back to World War like last week actually, and the rifles, the semi-automatics, are still, and non-scope bolt actions are really fun to use. They are just, they were fantastic. It was fun as all hell, and it was a riot. We never got bored ever, and because I think World of War had the most variety of all time. Yeah, it was a submachine gun based game, I'll admit that right out the bat. It was an extremely submachine gun based game, but back then we didn't care. The machine guns looked cool and they killed fast. The submachine guns were awesome, and we thought, you know, only the MLG legits used them. And then the bolt actions were fun, and if you used the scope, you would try hard him. We didn't actually use the word try hard him. That's basically the equivalent of what we said. We always used to go unscoped. Was there a suppressor? Well, if there was, we probably used it at some point and see if we could go positive with it. And it was really cool. And what else was shotguns, right? We spent about, I don't know, 2 months. I probably think we spent 2 months worth of games playing with the double barrel. I forgot what it was called, but it was the double barrel. You know that thing. and just trying to get kills with it, and it was pathetic. You know what? I think it took my cousin. I didn't do too bad with it, but it took my cousin the full 2 months to get the first challenge for it, and that's only like 10 kills or something. It was pathetic. It was funny though. We had a laugh. You know, that was probably the best time of my life. Balance-wise, obviously, as it progressed, MP40 started shining, and when I got my own Xbox near the end of it, World at War. I kind of went off it near the end, but in its prime, you know, the Rider came out, we were all on that. Oh, it was amazing. Shinonuma was so fun. Shinonuma was funner when it came out, but going back, the Rider was probably the best, not the most fun. Definitely World at War was the funnest game in its prime that I've ever played in its life. Just because, you know, the map packs came out so soon. It was really fun, and zombies, and there was just so much variety to it. I'll talk about Modern Warfare 2 when I come back from this scene. Oh, what? Oh, I haven't made the Undead bit yet. I got the stuff for it, but I haven't made it.